Hello and welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of the whole wide world. And welcome to my special post-game stream of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. So sit back, relax, grab your bandana and your eye patch and your snakes. But as always, and more importantly, enjoy the live stream. Now, I have quite a bit of content, okay, to cram into a fairly limited time. So I will do my best. So I finally did it in my previous live stream. I finally completed Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
I kept you waiting, her smiling face with sunglasses.
Mr. Suppan, welcome back to Green Hill Gaming. Welcome to my post-game, special post-game stream of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. Always great to have you in the live stream, man. How are you keeping? So the game is complete. However, there are some lovely cassette tapes to listen to, and when I'm finished playing these cassette tapes,
very epic special stream.
I feel like it's going to be overhyped now. I feel like I have to really kind of step up my game now, you know, this epic special post game stream of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. But I will. I'll make it as epic as I possibly can.
Voices.
I will. That is coming up. Look forward to that. See how I'm hooking in my viewers now, reeling them in, like, you know. So that's coming. You'll have to wait until the end of the live stream for my David Taylor. Oh, I know, man. Your internet. Your terrible internet. Hopefully it improves soon. So, I do have quite a few stuff planned for this fairly short live stream, this special post-game stream of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. So I hope you enjoy. So the first thing is these post-game cassette tapes, which I suppose really kind of I suppose fill in a little bit of holes in the story of Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. So I hope you enjoy. So I'll just say one thing, Suppan, and to my other viewer and anybody else watching, just say one thing, okay?
What do you think about Snake's clone?
Suppan, I promise you I will answer that question once these cassette tapes are finished. So I'm going to ask one thing and one thing only. So try to refrain from commenting quite a while. But I will let you know when you can comment again. It's just so these cassette tapes can play through as quickly as possible, so I hope that's okay. So I'll get started with the first cassette tape. Double think.
Boss, how are you back on your feet so quickly? There's a non-smoking ward. Boss.
Okay, Kudvids, buffering.
Thank you.
No point waking up after 9 years for that. Well, having you out of that bed makes things a little easier. Bad news, huh? Things are looking worse. Go on. They found out about you waking up, and the man on fire picked this time to wake up too. We'll have to move forward ahead of schedule. Miller already has the preparations underway. We'll have to wake up your neighbor too.
Oh!
Sweet.
So here's me now pausing the cassette tape myself and talking. I'm such a hypocrite. But this is the real big boss speaking now. This is the real big boss. This is interesting.
He seems awake now. No. Well, he's not actively conscious yet, at least. He was a doctor, too. In his mind, that past no longer exists. Your past is his past now. He's going to be your Phantom, not some simple diversion. He'll act as the new big boss, and the act just isn't for Cypher. He'll be your face on the world stage until the time.
My internet is so bad that it can't even run Netflix or this stream.
No way.
His altered state of consciousness has helped us implant powerful suggestions through induced hypnagogia. He's experienced all your missions on record and shares all your knowledge and experience. To make him believe that he is the one true big boss. No one around him will doubt that he's the big boss they know. So, is he the real big boss or a stand-in? What does that mean to him? Nothing. The human brain is capable of many illusions. Of pain, of the future. What happens from here depends on his skill. You can vouch for that.
He was always the best man we had. But
9 years ago in that helicopter, he threw himself between you and the blast. In that moment, the man you knew died. He died protecting you. And now, by becoming you, he protects you again. This is just a detour in his journey to hell. And don't forget, it's what he wanted. He's in his dog days now. It's not just him. We'll be putting the people in this hospital in the line of fire. They'll be your shield and necessary diversion to buy us some time.
And you?
I'll be right by his side.
Can you keep it up? It's a hell of a lie.
It won't be a lie. I won't know his secret either. I'll believe that he's the real big boss. I'll have no conscious knowledge of you. Where's the lie in that?
Self-hypnosis.
It's nothing new in my line of work. Manipulating
Damn.
memories, the past.
So he hypnotized himself to believe that he was the
When the
real
time is right,
boss.
I need to remember that you're the real boss. In a world, it's double think.
In this year.
2 + 2 = 5. And I want you to do the same.
Right. His bodyguard.
Correct. It won't be long before this hospital comes under attack. We'll wake him up right away, but he won't be back to full health in time. You'll need to take him through his final paces.
Yeah. I want to see his face again.
All right, John. I've never forgotten you in these 9 years.
That's his real name, by the way,
but
John.
I have to forget you now.
Adam. I'm
I
counting
think.
on you.
I was Jack. I don't
What's
know.
up?
About the 1972 project. Les Enfants Terribles.
Troy Baker is done at MGS5.
No, he's a pretty good voice actor now across all video game franchises. That's all I'm going to say there, because I want to keep the live stream rolling.
All that Catherine.
Again, Supon, if you can refrain from commenting, please, until I say so. That's okay.
Aristocratic pompousness gets to me, that's all. Palace talk. They can keep it.
Les enfants terribles. The terrible children.
That madness Zero started. Or the start of his madness.
You found out something new?
The plan itself was abandoned in '76. ATGC dismantled the project, and their account with DARPA was closed. So I was worried about what happened to you. Your sons.
They're no sons of mine. And they're sure as hell not me.
Just a bunch of cells grown in a lab.
What they are is much sicker than that.
No, I meant his character in MGS5, not his actor.
Okay, but Supon, can you stop commenting, please, until I tell you? The reason I'm asking you that is because I only have an hour to stream, or less than an hour now, to be honest. So just don't comment until I tell you, please.
Those boys are your clones. They're you, down to the last hair.
And?
The first boys were raised free range, like we thought. Both of them. David has never left the States, but the other, Eli, has disappeared. Might as well call it abandoned. They're through with him.
Where is he?
He was in England, Zero's home ground. Apparently he traveled to Africa after that, but that's where he escaped from Zero's care.
Just like that. Why?
Who knows? Maybe he found out about his birth. If he's alive, he'd be 11 or 12 by now, old enough to think and act for himself.
So he might still be alive.
On his own, there? I wouldn't bet on it. John, if he is alive, what's the plan?
I have nothing to say to him. Treat him like a human being, just another person.
Boss, this war business you and Miller started. Since the industry spread out to the PFs, it may have a favorable influence on Cypher. To a ruler, an everlasting enemy is convenient. By directing the public's animosity outside his borders, he can unify their frame of mind. Guns for hire continue the war, then enrich the economy with their spoils. War as a business will become a permanent tool for manipulating the public mind. A new business model. You might even call it a war economy. Before long, Cypher, or rather the Patriots, will be drawn to this. Probably only a few decades before it takes hold. It's not far off at all. Still no leads on Zero. We don't even know whether he's still alive. But the protocol he put in motion's making steady progress. Every day, SIGINT's web covers a little bit more of the globe. Total information control. Big Brother Zero. And it'll happen before anyone even realizes. I don't like it. You're the big brother of the battlefield. You've earned a firm grip on the world's military power. But soon, Zero will have nations in his. He'll erase the Cold War. All war from people's minds. And with it, the world's borders. Zero's will, his influence, will be unleashed, with nothing to stem the tide. When that happens, opposition will no longer match the lines on the map. And boss, with no borders left, what difference can we make? War will have lost any true meaning to the world. Just one more gear keeping the wheels of economy turning. Another product bearing down the capitalist conveyor belt. The future your friend Miller wanted. That's all there is in store. Perhaps it's already too late. But human will should only be handed down and nurtured by human hands. It can't be entrusted to the system. Especially not that soulless phantom that Zero's left in his wake. No matter what happens, we'll have to fight someday to reclaim our truth. Until next time, Big Boss. Someone has successfully struck at Zero. Since Zero's using a private network, we get information, but we have no way to trace his location. That means the details are still fuzzy at this point, but apparently some new bioweapon was used. As soon as he noticed the dip in his vital signs, he had his stomach pumped and even underwent blood dialysis. But he didn't fully recover. Ironically, if Zero kept more company, he'd have been safe. Since the incident, his speech and actions have been getting more unhinged by the day. He's probably been rushed to another safe house for intensive care. But the location is a complete mystery. That's the way he operates. He went to incredible lengths to make sure his great escape went unnoticed. So far, I know at least Langley and the Pentagon were involved. He had a blackout triggered in New York to disrupt the transportation and information grids, and at least 2 submarines were sighted off the coast. The personnel involved were working off a cover story. Naturally, the White House was fed the same thing. The project is buried under a pile of dummy ops and backup plans stretching across multiple organizations. It's safe to say not one of the people involved knew what they were moving or to where. All top secret, no trail, no leads. He's living up to his name as usual. Only this time, even I can't find him. Now, the only record of his location lies within the Cypher AI that was at the heart of the escape plan. And that's closed off, with its data sealed away in a secret location. Skullface was able to put together this assassination attempt, but even he can't possibly know where Zero is now. I'll keep searching, but when you're up against he who controls information, it's gonna be a long battle. Boss, it was Anderson after all. That's right, the man who went by SIGINT during Operation Snake.
Oh man.
Following Zero's disappearance, he's taken over command of Cypher. Well, to be precise, the AI he oversees has. The idea to have an AI act for Zero came about in '74, when the data from the mammal pod penetrated NORAD. Clearly, an AI couldn't be allowed to make its own decisions. So they would take away its ability to act, and instead create a specialized system in which the AI, bound by specific rules, filters the massive amounts of data it collects before passing it on to people, subtly guiding their decision-making.
Interesting.
A system of the people, by the people, for the people. So they began researching how to do it. DARPA apparently brought Strangelove on board to head it up. She was forced out after a certain incident. The direction of the project and any trace of her existence was scrubbed after her departure. Before Zero lost consciousness as his condition worsened for Anderson, through a cutout, of course. Zero went out of his way to hide your location in order to keep you safe. This meant sacrificing his own protection. It was the only way to ensure you could stand alone as your own man. And here I am, The only link between you and the world that's passing you by. I'm your last connection now. This was Zero's last request. His will. Once you're awake, we need to discuss the best way to ensure your safety. Oh, and they've got a name for Anderson's AI project. It's called the Patriots. It's all about ensuring that the concepts driving society appears the same in the mind of each person in that society. About maintaining the identity of the individual, and yet having that individual willingly make up part of the whole. I guess it's fitting to call that patriotism. Creating a united world. Zero's will is already fading into a shadow of what it once was. Systems, guidelines, rules, laws. When you take a mentality and fix it in a solid shape, put it out there in the hands of people, it can only begin to decay. No mentality can last forever. When the body dies, the will dies with it.
My internet snake.
Sorry about your internet, Supon. Secret recording of Paz and Zero. I wonder if you actually listen to Zero. Can you actually hear Zero's voice?
Over here.
You actually do hear him. Oh my god.
Can I tell you one thing about his clone in MGS4?
You can, Supon, but not now. Okay? I let you know when you can comment again next, okay? You can, but not now. I just don't want to keep pausing it because it's going to delay time, like, no? I can't believe I can actually hear a Zero. Who would have known that Zero would have been such an iconic character in the series? Like,
There. Here.
Huh?
he's just your commander in Operation
Thank you
Snake
for
here.
coming. Please.
You're...
Is it that odd? I suppose the cuffs have gotten a bit loose. Although, truth be told, I have been spending more time in pajamas as of late.
No, nothing.
The tie, perhaps. Not the most fashionable pattern, I admit.
No, it is very nice.
How sweet. Will you take a little brandy? You're hardly underage, after all.
No, thank you.
Please, sit. Pacifica Ocean.
What?
Ah, yes. You've already begun. Not bad. A schoolgirl through and through. Even he won't suspect otherwise. Here you are.
Thank you. I heard you were sick?
Poppycock. I just like to take a little time off work.
You?
Poppycock.
You must feel that way sometimes.
Well...
Anyway, I could hardly greet my first guest from that damned bed.
I, missed my chance to catch you snoring.
Now I'm twice as glad I got ready in time. Drink, before it gets cold. English breakfast tea. All I have, I'm afraid. There were 8 candidates before you, meaning you will be the 9th Paz Ortega Andrade.
What happened to the others?
They're in the next room. They've been taking it easy these past few months.
They...
Do you see any windows here?
No?
I've gotten used to it. This life. I am who I am, after all. And I've had my fill of cursing this bloody dungeon. Excuse me. But I can't help sometimes wishing I could see the stars. What should I do?
Well, you could go outside, go up to the roof, wait for the clouds to pass. You would have a view of Manhattan, and a pretty one too. But once the wind blows and the clouds pass, you can look up and see a sky full of stars. Even here.
You've had a hard time getting to where you are.
Yes.
Sewer rats lead better lives. I know. Extreme training, starvation, days spent without sleep. Abandoned, hurt, and all but killed in every way imaginable. Some of your compatriots died. Others betrayed you, left you for dead. And you did the same to them. But through it all, you survived. And you alone made it here. Just look at you. I can see everything you've been through.
Yes.
Consider this mission a reward for the mountain you've climbed.
Thank you.
Yes, well, you know what's next.
Yes.
And you are prepared?
Yes.
I believe you. That ever so slight tan. Not the type you'd get on the West Coast. If I didn't know better, I'd say you really did grow up around the equator. But it runs deeper than that. One look at you, and I see a wide-eyed student yearning for peace. Born and raised in Central America. I can see it all. How much preparation have you done?
A little.
You'll be perfect for this, to strike back at Snake. I'll share everything I know about him. But you mustn't forget who you're dealing with. If he were to get the better of you, well, I deeply regret having put you in that position. But beyond that, I'm putting my life in your hands.
You can trust me, Cypher.
None of my friends call me that. Tea's gone cold. Shall I make some more?
I know we are the only ones here. In the other room.
And how do you know that?
You said I was your first guest.
Oh, I haven't had this much fun in quite a while. All right, then.
Cypher's been in hiding ever since his grand experiment. No one's seen him in years. All we hear are orders delivered by proxy. Except you. You met with him, face to face, in order to contact Big Boss. Tell me where he is. Where is Cypher? Where is Zero? I've never known choice. Where I was born, the language I speak. I've never had the freedom to choose for myself. But you, right now, are free. Do as you will.
This will save Big Boss.
It may.
Will you really kill Zero for me?
Not for you.
All right. Zero is Hell's Kitchen.
Hell's
10th
Kitchen.
Avenue. He is undergoing treatment.
It's with Gordon
there.
Ramsay.
Not exactly Hyde Park.
His medical needs keep him from moving around. That is why he summoned me there. The other residents are of varying race and ages, but in reality, all 40 units are Cypher personnel. It took him 10 years to replace the original occupants. He's got places like this all over the world.
No better place to hide a needle than a stack of needles.
Zero is on the top floor. A room with no windows and no doors. Even the elevator does not reach it. Officially, the floor does not exist. The only access is by a secret staircase 1 floor down. Room 702.
Shades of World War II.
Nobody realizes the entire building is a setup. People go in and out all day. But they're all Cypher. The building blends right in with the rest of the city. They disseminate rumors that a gang operates out of the building. That keeps most outsiders away. And most of them are there as security in case of an emergency. But even they don't know what they're really protecting. Foot traffic, goods coming in and out, phone lines, water and sewage. It is all monitored remotely by satellite and cameras inside and out. Should he need it, there's a sealed-off water conduit that can be used to escape to the Hudson River, and from there to the sea. But from the outside, it is just another building. A perfect disguise.
So the Major believes zero suspicion equals total security. Very bold. It's just the kind of ruse I'd expect from him. So long as no one's suspicions are aroused, you could hide there forever. On the other hand, if someone figures it out, there are dozens of ways in.
I am 1 minute behind stream, that is how bad my internet is.
Don't worry about it, it's fine.
Involved has the full picture. That ignorance is a weakness, the downfall of a need-to-know system. The pitfalls are clear. Circumventing them will be simplicity itself.
You hate him, don't you?
Hate? He never left me to die. I owe him my life. I'm bound to repay the favor. Any way I can. But that's not what you really want to know. What you want to know is, do I hate Big Boss? I don't hate the man. I do deserve a little more of his gratitude. But he probably has no idea who I am. So you see, I have no reason to...
Whoever voices this, she sounds perfect for Hannon rolling on the floor laughing.
For who? Perfect for who?
I mean to have my revenge against Zero. It's not petty hatred or resentment. Nothing so personal. Even the hottest lava eventually cools, becoming a mountain. And that mountain becomes the land. Scalding steam comes back down as rain, forming rivers, draining into the sea. It's then that nature's order sets in.
Oh, for God's sake.
Now I'm merely a part of that cycle. Just like Zero. And you. And Big Boss.
Don't do it!
That lava, that vengeance, is already set as stone. Too late to change things now.
Don't kill him!
The choice is not mine to make.
Please, let Big Boss live!
Proceed.
Please!
Give her the shot already! Hold her still.
It's me. Ocelot. It's been quite a while. Yeah, I'll say. Took a lot longer for you to surface than I
And
expected.
big balls.
I wasn't planning on coming back at all, but I had no choice. Well, after the Caribbean. My hunch was proven right. You wouldn't believe who was behind it. Oh, I have an idea. How did you respond? Immediate disinformation campaign. Most bought into the story, but not everyone. It was quite an incident, after all. I couldn't cover everything, but I did hide the fact that Snake survived. And that should buy us some time. Where is he? En route to an old foxhole of mine. A base in the British sovereign area of Cyprus. The military hospital at Dikelia? Ava's leading the operation. Ava? Following your orders? Funny, isn't it? That we should all reunite like this. This is an emergency. Otherwise, I sure as hell would... Yes, I don't expect you to bury the hatchet between us. Something simply won't ever happen. Even I can appreciate that. You too can only bear to speak with me from time to time. That's fine. But I don't want Snake to die. Surely we can come together on that. There are so few men I can turn to. And you're number one, Ocelot. Keep him hidden. Keep him safe. But I'll stay where I am. And leave the rest to you. That's how he'd want it too. Isn't it better for you to be there to supervise? Where I am, where he goes, it makes no difference. All that matters is getting him the very best treatment and security. The latter being where you come in. Will he wake up? And if so, when? I have absolutely no idea. But as long as his heart is beating, he will keep fighting. So please, watch over him. This location, it's safe? No one will find him. And if they try, I will deal with them. The information must be suppressed.
Am I so out of touch? Maybe you're out of time. Sheltering.
Okay. From somebody? Or from you? I'm confused. Mr. Chad Middleton, welcome to Green Hill Gaming. Welcome to my special post-game stream of Metal Gear Solid 5: The
Hi
Phantom
Chad,
Pain.
good vids.
The game is complete, but there's lots of interesting post-game cassette tapes that I'm listening to right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the rest of these cassette tapes, and then I will chat away to you properly if I get time in the live stream. So enjoy, Chad. Enjoy.
Hello Saber.
Guess you're still at the top of your game, huh? Anything but. I'm sick, Ocelot. Donald's taken over a great deal. He'll be handling this situation from here on as well. Though I wish it weren't so. This will probably be the last time you and I speak. So, you won't say no, will you? I have no choice. Thank you. Save your thanks. One more thing. A proposition. Yes. I've prepared a ruse of sorts. One I imagine you'll quite like. What is it? You could say I've made another Snake. Major? I'm not talking about the children. A mental copy. his phantom.
Top of the evening, lads. Good vids.
Top of the evening,
You
Chad
will when you
Middleton.
get to Cyprus.
You can turn off the chat reader off for now if you want, Johnny.
No, it's fine. It just makes it easier if you just don't comment until I finish these cassette tapes. That's all I ask. That's much easier. Just don't comment until the cassette tapes are finished. There's only a couple of more left anyway. And then I will chat away. I will chat away to you all about everything and anything, and particularly when it comes to Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain.
But the rest is in your hands. You're good at this kind of thing. The best. I need you on this.
If it's in his best interests.
I assure you, it is. Look after Snake. He's the toughest son of a bitch I've ever known. Yes, it's me. You weren't in hospital long. I had trouble finding you.
Where is he?
Safe. But in the same state as when you last saw him. We've had our misunderstandings, you and I.
Chad is The Witcher worth watching on
Jesus Christ
Netflix
almighty.
if you don't know anything about the games and books.
Supon, didn't I just say it to you a second ago, not to comment until I've completed all the cassette tapes? Can you please do as I ask?
The business. Therefore, I will limit this conversation to the business at hand. Please understand that I don't dislike you. Not inherently.
Where is Snake?
No. Settle down, or I'll have to hang up. And then you never...
Toughest son of a dog I know.
Do you understand?
Oh, he's a minute behind,
About
isn't
your
he?
boss.
Sorry,
I had him
Supon, you're
moved once he
behind.
was stabilized. I'm sure it came as quite a shock to you when you woke up. You'll have to forgive me.
I told him to stop putting me under.
Surely you understand. Specialized medical treatment in places like that can be positively nightmarish. We couldn't have left him there forever.
Oh, okay.
And to be honest,
Thanks, Supon.
I wasn't entirely comfortable leaving matters in your hands. Don't take it the wrong way. Anyone looking for him would be looking for you. He needed to be as far from you as possible. In fact, I'm still not sharing his location, even now. Problems could arise. So, instead, I'm giving you a point of contact. An introduction to a network of messengers who will lead you to a man. A friend to your boss. I'm sure he's mentioned him before. He knows Snake's location. More than any man alive, I trust him with this sort of thing. Keeping secrets, or men in the dark. He's known Snake quite a while. 10 years longer than you. Kazuhira, I don't care if you don't trust me, but I require your absolute trust in him on this. Snake will be brought back into this world, however long it takes. Understood? The only reason we're having this conversation is because you still have a role to play. Which brings me to the next issue. What happens after he regains consciousness? When Snake wakes up, and he will, he'll need your help again. So when he does, I promise you'll be the first to know. The code phrase will be, V has come to. I'll then mobilize all the necessary parties. Think of it as an overture to a prologue. Until then, do what you like. Just be ready when the time comes. But you don't need me to tell you that, do you? I know it's been hard on you too. But I can't imagine you're willing to just walk away.
What are you talking about? If what you're saying is true, then this is like wrapping a rope around your own neck and throwing it over a branch. What's your play in all this?
This is for Snake. So that he survives after he wakes up. Nothing more. After that, I don't care what you do.
Then tell me something.
Go on.
I only joined you after I found out what you were after. To make the world one, you need Snake for that. And he's already done a hell of a lot for you.
He has.
So on some level at least, I think you're being straight with me. Then why'd you do that to him? I get what you were trying with Paz. You wanted to get Snake any way you could. But after that, what you did, how could you do that to him?
After that wasn't me. You may not believe this, but I never intended for any of this to happen. My organization has many arms. It's just going to take a little longer before we're all on the same page. I admit I may have been lax in my supervision, but something like that will not happen again.
Whatever. One day, I'll know the truth. Just as soon as the boss wakes up. And then we're coming after you. This ends with you begging us to put you out of your misery.
Is that so? Fantasy can make for a powerful ally. But remember this reality, Kazuhira Miller. Big Boss will wake up. And when he does, be there for him.
Major, I wondered whether you'd really call.
XO, I presume this was your doing?
Do you like my gift?
I've been searching a long time for this.
It is what you were looking for, yes?
The winged dagger of a comrade lost to the sands of Egypt. He served under the boss back in Rayforce. I delivered this pin to her after his death. We were both so very young. From that moment on, she never let it leave her side.
She was still carrying it in Selinoyarsk. How about the back? Something wrong, Major?
Nothing, just pricked my finger.
The back.
The scar is there, just as I remember it. And this white stitching on the back. From the white berets the SAS wore in the early days.
Major?
30th of December, 1941. It's the inscription I made the day he died.
Of course.
His body was never recovered. This pin badge is the closest thing he has to a gravestone. When I gave it to her, she just kept on running her finger over the inscription. Never again, she uttered, as if reprimanding herself for his death. She pressed hard, embedding the inscription itself into her finger. You see, it's why this spot on the back looks shinier than the rest. He was our brother in arms.
So...
Yes, it's real. Thank you. There's no doubt about it.
Good. Now I have no regrets.
What do I owe you?
Nothing. Just want to talk for a moment.
Very well, then.
It's about our man, Major. He's been making some moves.
Miller? Yes, I know. Rhodesia, is it?
Yes, and up to his old tricks again.
No matter. He'll stumble soon enough.
Although he is under my jurisdiction now.
And that's what you want to talk about?
Not exactly. You see, my being here's made me realize I can still be of use to you.
How so?
This country is rich with biological resources. Bacteria, nematodes, viruses. I'm sure we can find something here to bring that plan back into action.
Forget it. The Cleanser Project was just another one of my predecessor's daydreams.
And the vocal cord parasites?
We're an excellent test case for reverse evolution. Nothing more. What matters now is the genetics technology behind that work. With genetics, the clumsiness in targeting an entire race isn't an issue. We can target specific individuals. No need to breed multiple generations of parasite just to get results.
But
Don't be quaint, XO. Once the Cold War is over, our enemies won't be so clearly defined. Using humans alone won't be enough. An electronic network will span the globe, and our enemies will blend right into it.
You may be right. But will people really settle for an enemy they can't see? Men want to feel righteous, need to see the evil in the enemy they fear. Without it, they'll turn their aggressions inward, find an enemy inside. You know this is true.
I see what you're saying. Just as those robbed of their parasites develop allergies and autoimmune diseases, a man robbed of his enemy develops self-destructive tendencies. And I know all the symptoms. Ethnic conflict, religious strife, terrorism. And with asymmetrical conflict, deterrence is a joke. That's why we must depend on information control. People need an appropriate context for their lives. A context that's stimulating without being destructive. That balance is the basis of equilibrium.
You mean to say people will blindly accept your context without developing any allergies?
If we're to unite the world, literacy must be suppressed. To suppress the information immune system, to borrow your metaphor.
Immunity to information. But to ensure there's no allergic reaction, while the immune system fights off parasites and pathogens.
It's done, Exo. This world will become one. I have found the way. The world that the boss envisioned will finally become a reality. Race, tribal affiliations, national borders, even our faces will be irrelevant. The nature of communication itself will change, and it will make mankind whole again.
Some things can't be undone. My face was taken from me. There's no taking that back.
A face means nothing when one's soul is able to communicate directly with another.
I have no intention of hiding behind your technological veil, Major. I wear my broken visage, this skull, in the open, so that I may never forget what I've lost.
You. What are you?
The chain of retaliation is what will truly bind this world together as one.
Ooh.
Major?
You son of a... The pin. You...
Yes, the pin. It's too late. They can't extract it. You see, Major, some things can't be undone.
How did you find me? The girl. You made her talk.
I'm sorry I couldn't visit, or thank you. But it has been lovely chatting. And now that I know you're no longer interested in the garden, it's time for you to step aside. You're a busy man, lots to do. So I've left you a little time.
Go to hell. How dare you? You planned this all along. Had your own agenda. All these years. Yeah.
Now you see, the world can never truly become one.
But the boss...
You've been wrong.
You're no different. Just like him. None of you understand the world she saw.
I would say the same to you, Major.
You steal it all away. Everything.
The boss said the same thing. Only I understood what she meant. Major, I'll handle the rest. Oh, and one more thing. That pin badge, it was a fake. I held on to the real one. I'll take good care of it. and continue the boss's work.
Jack.
Oh God. Okay, so I'm actually not going to have much time to discuss Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, unfortunately. Other than that, it's a great game. I would say the best Metal Gear game I've played so far. Up until now, I thought that it was Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, but this game is just something else. You know, from the cinematic story to the action to the open world, twists and turns. I mean, finding out you don't even play as Big Boss, finding out that Zero is kind of pulling the strings the whole time, and it's all kind of everything that's been going on has come down to a warped interpretation of the boss's will. So it's just really, really great, really, really great that I finally completed it. And yeah, Supon, you can tell me about the clone in Metal Gear Solid 4 as I listen to this cassette tape.
Go.
Zero visited Snake. So yeah, so like...
I almost thought you wouldn't come.
Well, you're supposed to visit hospital before you die.
But how did you get here?
My friends at the SAS know how to keep a secret. The trip to the airport was a little dramatic, but the rest was easy. Still, I've had smoother rides. Oh, look. Scalded myself with my tea. I won't be staying long.
I understand.
Which one is he?
On the right.
And the left?
We did just as you instructed.
Has either of them awoken?
Neither of them. No.
Not once.
Not in 2 years. Their weekly EEGs show stable activity levels. There's been practically no change.
Jack? Jack? It's me. You look fit to run a country mile.
Every 4 hours we move all of their muscles. Subject them to load. They're stable, but eventually...
Yes, of course.
We've done everything we can to ensure they're ready to move, should they wake up. Still, it's been a pretty long time. How long will they be here?
Indefinitely. It's too dangerous to move them. And so far, no one knows they're here.
I see.
I am most grateful to you. And I need you to keep it up.
We'll do everything we can.
Can you give us a moment?
Of course.
Jack?
AM hacked because when I tried to type it kept backspacing.
Oh God, YouTube. That's Zero now. Zero is controlling YouTube and censoring it. If you can, let me know what you were going to say earlier about the Big Boss's clone. Well, not clone, but the fake Big Boss in Metal Gear Solid 4.
Nice place, isn't it? I went to a lot of trouble bringing you here. Here, when
Am I hacked?
will find you.
I don't think so.
Still.
I hope not.
The Ocelot's on guard duty, just in case. Maybe knowing that will help you sleep better. I had no intention of coming, but this could be my last chance. If you'd just come to see me first. Do you remember the last time I visited you in hospital?
Operation Snake
Our first
Eater.
mission together. After the boss threw you in that river. Broke your arm. Ah, the good old days. I never told you this, but I had another team at my disposal back then, with a very special man leading it. Maybe he didn't like the arrangement. In any case, this man, he seems to have done something to me. Which is why I'm quite sick myself. Up here. There's nothing they can do. I always was the forgetful.
If I tell you, it would be a huge spoiler for MGS4 ending.
Okay, then don't. Well, I've seen the ending, actually. I've seen the three of them come together. Snake,
Don't wake up soon. I
Big
won't
Boss,
remember you when
and Zero.
you do.
I've seen the ending. It's okay, Supine. I've seen the ending. It was actually a very powerful
I
ending.
don't mind about myself.
Solid Snake, Big
But
Boss,
what he
and Zero.
did to you, I can never forgive.
The gravestone of the boss. So everything in Metal Gear comes down to.
Pepsi, Kudvids.
And I doubt he's coming back.
It all comes down to the boss's will and everyone's misinterpretation of her will. It's like a religion. It's like how people misinterpret religion
Jack,
and how
once your
damaging
little
it can be.
holiday here
Show
is
the
over.
world.
Well, who knows when that will be. But anyway, I probably won't be around. I'll be somewhere even you can't find me. A tombstone chiseled into the code of a machine. That is all I leave to mark my existence.
Actually, what I'll do is I'll turn off my microphone and I can still
Wake up soon, old
stream
friend.
and I will type in the live chat. So you can ask me any question. What did I think of the game?
Is running short.
You can share stuff about Metal Gear in the live chat. You can talk about anything in the live chat. So I'll keep the live stream rolling for another roughly 30 minutes. But I just have to turn the microphone off. But I'll type
So
away.
Big Boss's clone was the fake body to make Liquid think it's Big Boss's body, but it was his body killed by Liquid.
Yeah, that's right. I have to remember that. It was actually quite interesting, that. That was the body to make Liquid think it was Big Boss's body, yeah.
Liquid,
Big-
that son of a disgusting Liquid.
So Big Boss was still out there the whole time. So that's that is the first segment of this special post-game stream of Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain, really getting a kind of a behind the scenes, so to speak, kind of view on what was really going on in the story of the Phantom Pain. All comes down to the boss. She had a will to make the world one again, but so many people in the Metal Gear series misinterpreted that will, including Big Boss, Zero, Skullface, and others. And that misinterpretation would have proved very dangerous. And it's
MG5
basically
is 2015's GOTY. I'm a what game won the GOTY for 2015.
it's basically what led to the events of the Phantom Pain. So I'm now going to turn off my microphone and I'm going to chat away in the live chat.
Howdy, slightly smiling face. I will now chat you all here for about 30 minutes. Yo, Johnny Boer. What happened to your mic, Yomamar, in your room or something? I have loved this game in every way, from start to finish. The Netflix series is a live adaptation of the books. Hahaha, pretty much. Be right back. What game won the 2015 GOTY? I'm a MGS5 deserved a GOTY. Netflix series. Okay. It sure did. I am not sure, Saban. Johnny, what game won GOTY on 2015? I do not know, Saban. On 2016 shitty Overwatch 1 instead of Uncharted 4. The boss is pretty much the seed of the Metal Gear series. Oof. Play music maybe to set the mod. Her will is the backbone to the all of the game's lore. Mood. Play music. Will do. Yay. Why the sad theme? She saw the Earth from space.
Give me 2 seconds and my battery died. My battery died on my phone, so I must charge it. So she saw the Earth from space, to be continued.
You playing this just makes me sad.
It's basically just too noisy here to put the microphone on, so that's why I have it off, sorry.
Battery died, then get good. Hi.
Hello Trey, welcome back to Green Hill Gaming. Okay, so I prefer to have my microphone
Trey,
turned off, that's why it's turned off. Well, it's on now, but I'm going to turn it off and I'm going to chat to you in the live chat. Okay Trey? And you're welcome to the live stream, by the way.
When all hope bleeds out, what remains is doubt. Should have left it all
I'm eating my Thanksgiving food so good, starstruck.
as your time draws near. Will you live in fear?
Hi Saber.
Could have left it all for
Thanksgiving, how do people celebrate it? They celebrate it with family. They say thanks over and over again like Chris and Sheva. Oh, okay, with food in the table, it's just family spending time, right? Wish I spent Thanksgiving. Back. Yes. Enjoy your food tray. Where was I? The boss. I replayed God of War 2 few days ago, man, I miss the old combat so much. THX. The seed of the Metal Gear series. Nice.
In the deepest night, reaching out, grasping for a fleeting
Mr. Robot is ending and I am sad.
all the thoughts
She taught everything Big Boss knows.
this broken mind.
IANWD Papyrus. Wow.
Motionless,
I changed my name.
far in the distance,
Who's you? But it's me.
light that burns
Is that Trey?
all this pain reminds me of what I am. I'll live,
Papyrus.
become all I need to be.
Welcome. How are you? It's been a while. I'm fine. Okay, it's not Trey. So, the will of the boss. Hi cute puppy dog, Kudvids. Was to unite the world. As one.
Words that kill. Would you speak into me with your breath so still? It makes me believe in
The will of the boss, he has to find quiet and marry her and make babies with her. Kudvids El Boca. Huh. She saw the earth in space. I have a speech to say. It was whole. Connected. It was one. together. Family. Friends. Strangers.
Pride feeds that blackened heart.
East.
Thirst must be quenched through hypocrisy.
West.
Cleansing flames is the only way.
Wish you speak from your mic RN.
Renounced
All together.
that kill. Would you speak them to me with your breath so still? It makes me believe that sins never die. Can't wash the blood off her hands.
That is what inspired her will.
It's just means to an end. Our salvation lies.
However, a world, a society, created a legend beyond the cosmos. His name was W.D. Papyrus, and his journey on Green Hill Gaming with a huge ass spied. Others, like her student. Oh no. Lol, that's funny.
In his eyes.
Misinterpreted her will. Big Boss. Zero. Skullface. All of them. Thought they needed to change the world. But I haven't played Metal Gear Solid. What does this mean? The boss. Wanted to leave the world as it is. Respecting the will of others.
Tasted sweet. It let me live. Let me breathe.
But fighting for what you believe in.
Hurt so bad. But still,
Brutality to you. Royalty.
they bloom
Not a nation.
beneath the sun.
Johnny question when did first Metal Gear game came out and what console to? Or a border.
I want to give
Or politics.
so you can see what we let
Late 80s on MSX.
when all hope bleeds out. What remains is doubt.
That was her true will.
Left it all for you for tomorrow. As your time draws near, will you live in fear?
Stomach hurts now because I ate too fast. Face with tears of joy. For the entire Metal Gear series, the world would fight. And fight. Oh no lol. And not ache of her will. Just pain and anger. And division. Trey, prepare to sit in toilet with your phone for 10 minutes above. Not Unity. The end, rolling on the floor laughing. Johnny, your speech sucks on live chat. Middle finger rolling on the floor laughing.
I spoke into his eyes, I thought you died alone.
Middle finger, light skin tone smiling face with sunglasses. The ending to MGS4 sums it up lol. MGS4 ending too legendary. %. Kojima is a genuine genius.
I laughed and shook his hand, made my way back home. I searched for fallen land. For years and years I roamed. I gazed
He is the best storyteller in gaming. SpongeBob. Oh, also. For fun. If only he still worked on a series like Metal Gear Solid. Well, I will play Death Stranding, it might be fun. Sorry, I'm being a bit quiet, I'm watching Squid Game. While watching this grinning face with sweat. Could this be an abandoned Easter egg? 1 minute. Peace. Well, I am gonna be watching Mr. Robot. Mr. Robot. Stay low. Now listen to this.
What's up? About the 1972 project.
Whatever you do, don't watch Squid Game on dubbed.
You never did like the French. All that Catherine the Great aristocratic pompousness gets to me, that's all. Palace talk. They can keep it.
Lol.
The terrible children. That madness zero.
I'm watching it on sub.
The start of his madness. You found out something new? The plan itself was abandoned in '76. ATGC dismantled the project, and their account with DARPA
Cool.
was closed. So I was worried about what happened to you. Your sons.
They're no sons of mine. And they're sure as hell not me.
Just a bunch of cells grown in a lab?
What they are is much sicker than that.
Well, Zero doesn't think so. Eva doesn't
Oh God.
either. To them, those boys are your clones. They're you, down to the last hair.
And?
The first boys were raised free range, like we thought. Both of them. David has never left the States, but the other, Eli, has disappeared.
The VIP's mentioning 69.
They're through with him.
Where is he?
He was in England.
Subtitles, every gamer's favorite tool to learn English.
After that, but he was in England. Has disappeared. Might as well call it abandoned. They're through with him.
That's the most cringiest scene in the show.
Has disappeared. Might as well call it abandoned. But the other, the States. But the other, Eli.
Oh my God.
Disappeared. Might as well call it abandoned. But the other, both of them. David has never
Hell.
left the States. But the other, David has never left the States. But the other, Eli.
Aeneas holy water. Lol. Abandoned. Brew, nobody warned me about that. Could it be?
Has disappeared. Might as well call it abandoned. They're through with him.
Where is
What
he?
abandoned?
He was in England. Zero's.
Okay, got to go. I'm on 1%, so sire. Thanks for watching, everyone. Bye. Johnny, are you gonna stream at night? Love this game. 10th of October. No, on and on and cakes and sizzings and spinanan. Not tonight. See ya. Bye, victory hand. Oh. Bye. Before I go. Kudvids. Play my favorite music. Play my favorite music before you go. Johnny Bo, where you at? It's not about changing the world. It's about doing our best to leave the world the way it is. It's about respecting the will of others. Yes. See ya.